Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the Technical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, September the 11th, big day in the United States. But the markets had a pretty good day. Now, I'll say pretty good because the technicals weren't great, but price performance was. And a lot of stocks we follow and a bunch of new ones have emerged that I want to show you today. Obviously, the marijuana stocks are doing well. The ACBFF, which was lagging a bit, suddenly took off today. And I think this may be the time for this stock to make a more important move. One of the larger marijuana-related stocks, it had come down quite a bit from about the 8 range all the way down to 4, and then it spiked up to 7 and change. Right now, the pullback is held at the juxtaposition of the 21-day and 50-day moving averages and bounced. If we can get this to follow through and get up above 7.25, we may be in business for a run to 8, 9, and as high as 12 or better. But this V bottom with the right-hand extension, we measure the move from the bottom about 404 to that level, 723. We get about $3.20. Add that to the pullback here, we got about 930 in that range, right there with that target. That's my measured move target, and there's also lateral resistance there. So let's look to see if we get 9.25 ACBFF. It is a new swing we put it on today. AOI with a spectacular pop out of a head and shoulder bottom. Now you can see that the declining top line was taken out here in kind of a large falling wedge type pattern. Breaks out, pulls back and tests, forms a platform. Platform of support was kind of the shoulder line of the inverse head and shoulders. And there's the major breakaway move today with volume. Looking for a run up to 30 over the near term. Looks pretty good. CANN, another marijuana stock that came to the forefront today, jumping 23%. That's 76 cents to 406, a couple cents off the high. There's going to be some formidable resistance up about 440. That may be hit tomorrow. And then I'm looking for 5.25 half range. CBSI, an important 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave truncated, which held the trend line and the 50-day. Reversing sharply yesterday, gapping up today, not following through big time. If I don't miss my guess, this stock is going to be 8 or 9 in the next week, next short weird period of time. I just want to see better technicals. But this looks like a big 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth wave could take us much higher. ETSY Etsy up against resistance today, popping 221, almost 5%. Line was decent, but if it gets above, in my opinion, 50.5, 51, that's where the stock takes off, heads to the high 50s. GEVO, GEVO. You can see that the inverse head and shoulders that's formed on it here has a neckline that it's closed right at today. If we can get through this level, we might fill that gap quickly and get up to around 6.5, our next target. GTXI was in a strong uptrend, and then it fell back, but it's recovered beautifully. After breaking out to new highs and a declining top line, it pulled back in a nice, orderly little falling wedge. Today popping 280 or 12.7%, and the volume was pretty decent. For me, I think it's headed to 31 and 38. HAIR, hair. Well, hair robotics, restoration robotics, spiked up through a key resistance today. It did it on 810,000 shares, a gain of 17.5%. I'm looking for a fall to the 3 3/4, 4.5 something up here. That's the immediate target. HDP swing trade popped and looking like it broke out today, gaining 85 cents at almost 4%. The stock traded $1.5 million from up to 1.6 million. After bouncing off the 50-day moving average, that's an impressive move. Targeting 26, 28 3/4, and eventually 33. A new marijuana stock that came to the forefront, Hexo, today, broke through a major basing type pattern that took a year to develop, almost, about 9 or 10 months, right through there. The key breakout came a couple days ago. It settled in yesterday, today popping and stretching it out, moving up another 57 cents or almost 10% of 2 million shares. Look at the cluster of volume here. This may accelerate. Looking for 8 or 9 bucks potentially. Match.com, also breaking out of an ascending bull wedge. I'm looking for this to make it top of the channel near 64.5. NSTG also broke out. Key resistance was here. It pulled back quickly to test, consolidated today, popped. The target at the top of the channel is 23.5, 24. Pinduoduo, this is a new or recent IPO that popped up and then got hammered back from 27 and change all the way down to 17, but boy, is it coming back with abandoned. Up 383 or 19.4%, 10.9 million shares. We may get a follow through that takes it back to retest the high of 27. That's my target. And swing trade PRQR is looking awesome. Breakaway gap, a little 2-day little wedgie. Popped yesterday, popped today. I'm looking for an extension to 28. Sonic, the restaurant chain, base, major breakaway gap, run up in platform from some sort of coil, breaks out, retests, pops, and then runs today. Was a big day for it. Now the long-term chart shows this is a major breakout across a long-term triple top, which could mean much higher for the stock. I'd be looking for mid to high 40s. SWIR. I commented on this a couple of weeks ago that it formed a nice base and broke out, and now was forming some sort of wedge. But that wedge broke down to the gap, held it, and reversed with abandon, moving from 18 to 22 quickly. I'm looking for more upside. There is a triple top here. This could be the target, about 23 3/4. Secondary target near 27. TGODF, yet another marijuana stock, the green organic Dutchman, popping. And this is resistance. If we can get this above 6, and we want to watch this tomorrow, it could fly into the 7/4 half area. Watch for a follow through with volume. The monster of the midway in that marijuana group right now is Tilray. It is virtually gone from 24 on August 14th, in less than a month, less than 4 weeks, 24 to 96. It doesn't look done yet. The pullback here came right back up again with good volume. Now, if this thing gets to 96.7 zone, it could fly into the 105, 110 zone at least. TPB is ramping up after breaking out of a beautiful pattern. Maybe a little extended, overbought, but momentum is very strong. I wanted to show you that. Zencor also up through a key resistance level today, with a pop of 352 or almost 9%. You can see that if it extends through here, you're going to probably look at $50 as your next target. And finally, Zafgen, which I pointed out yesterday, broke out today. It followed through beautifully, and probably going to head for about 11.25, possibly 12 3/4, and eventually 14. Those are my targets. And that's it for tonight, everybody. Have a good evening.